I'm going to share the link in Discord again. Well, that'll teach me. You were here, Mav. You were here for my first strike. Aren't you so happy? Aren't you so proud of me? Oh my gosh. It's, I guess I should be proud. I heard that law and crime can be jerks about it. I didn't realize that they would be that PO'd about it. They must have some algorithms that, like, clamp down instantly. Oh my gosh. Alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. How about we do some Am I the A-holes? We can do some Am I the A-holes, right? Oh, I might have a good one. 50 Really? Like, let's go for a major motion picture. Yeah, Disney. I don't think I wanna mess with a mouse either. Alright, so am I the a-hole for refusing to take down a congratulatory Facebook post for one of my daughters? Have y'all done Am I the a-holes? It's either YTA, yes, they're the a-hole, or NTA, not the a-hole, or BTA, both. Alright. And of course, always with the assumption that this is on Reddit, so who knows if it's true. But we'll just go along for the ride. I, a 56 female, have twin daughters, Ava and Susie, 25, with my husband, 57 male. Ava and Susie have always been complete opposites, but they were best friends up until just before they both moved away for college. Okay, there are a lot of misplaced adjectives in there. That's okay. Ava got into one of the best schools in the country and moved across the country for it. And Susie got into a good school, but not as great as the one Ava got into. And this is where the problems began. Susie started making digs at Ava and making jokes that the college only accepted her for diversity reasons. Ava wouldn't let Susie say mean things about her without fighting back, so it was basically an entire summer of fighting and hostility in our household, no matter what my husband and I did to try to solve it. Oh, the summer before they went off to college. Wow, that had to be fun. Susie's situation in college wasn't great. She got into hard drugs in college and was expelled in her second year for doing them on campus. Pro tip, don't do that. Rehab failed a lot of times, but we didn't give up on her. Ava would come back home several times a year to come and see and support her sister. We were doing whatever we could to help Susie get her life back on track. Last year was the first time Susie's rehab actually worked for months after she finished the treatment, and she even got a part-time job. Yay, Susie. Things were and still are looking promising. She hasn't gone back to drugs, and she's now working 30-ish hours a week. She's exercising, writing poetry, and painting. We're so incredibly proud of her. Ava graduated with an undergraduate and a master's degree. Congratulations, Ava. My husband and I flew into her city for both graduations. Susie couldn't come for Ava's master's graduation because she said she couldn't take time off of work. She hasn't taken time off of work the entire year, so I'm kind of doubtful that she would be denied time off, but I didn't push the issue. I figured she just didn't want to go. That's got to be tough, like, especially for twins. Like, you can literally see yourself in your twin. So, like, had I not gotten into drugs, that could be me right now. Ooh, that's gotta sting. Anyway, my husband and I went and took loads of pictures, some of which I posted on Facebook. A lot of my friends and family were commenting on the post, congratulating Ava and wishing her well. I got a call from Susie like 30 minutes after I posted it, asking if I can delete it. Red flag number one for me. It's not about you, so you don't have a say. That's my opinion. She said, if I keep posting about Ava's achievements and none of hers, she's going to look like a failure to everyone, and they're all going to wonder why Ava hasn't done so well in life and she hasn't. Why Ava has done so well in life and she hasn't. I said, I don't post about her because she doesn't ever want me to. I once wanted to post the very first big canvas she painted onto Facebook, and she asked me not to because she thinks it's not something good enough to post or be proud of in comparison to what other people her age are achieving. I always try and assure her that we are proud of her, and how far she has come is something she should also be proud of herself. But oh my gosh, these extra words are messing me up. But she still doesn't ever want me to post anything about her on Facebook, so I don't. I told Susie that her feelings are valid, but Ava deserves to be celebrated, and that maybe she can talk about her feelings about this whole thing with her therapist and find a way to cope, because living like this isn't fair to either one of them. I said I want to post about her achievements too and how proud I am of her, but she won't let me, and that doesn't mean I shouldn't do it for Ava either. I was going to ask Ava whether she minds if I whether she minds if I take it down. But honestly, I think Susie needs to deal with this problem with her therapist instead of forbidding us to celebrate Ava on social media. I don't want her to continue living like this, and I don't think me conceding this time will be helpful to either of my daughters in the long run. Susie said it shouldn't be this hard for me to do something so minor that will make her feel better. I don't know if I'm being completely awful or if I am right. Am I the a-hole? What do you guys think? I know what I think. Oh, now we get to find out how long the delay really is. What's weird is that I know some twins with Ava is one of them, and the other one starts with S, but it is not these twins. Mav, why do you think it's the mom is not the a-hole? Because I gotta say, I agree, but I want to know your reasoning. Mav is usually succinct. Yep, I agree. I mean, Susie has every right to say what she wants to have done in terms of her life being posted. I don't think she has a right to say about her sister. And for good or for ill, actions have consequences. She messed up majorly. But she is dealing with the consequences now in a healthy way, it sounds like. But it doesn't mean that her sister doesn't have a good, something good in front of her, right? There you go. There you go. Let me tell you, I have a sibling who shall remain nameless, who my parents were incredibly generous with us, and like education was really important to them. And I'm realizing now, like, just how flippin' blessed we were that she James, no, James. They basically said, "You get good grades in high school, we will put you through 4 years of whatever college you can get into." And 2 of my siblings took them up on, relatively low cost, and I decided, well, heck, let me just shoot for the moon. That I made it into an Ivy League school back east, and they were like, "Okay, we said 4 years, you get 4 years." And they ended up having to take out loans in my name, that then when I graduated college, then they were like, "Okay, this is all the money that essentially we owe you for those loans. You can either pay them off and be debt free, or you can use the amount and buy your first, hoopty, or, get yourself situated in a nice apartment or something like that. My sibling, for the longest frickin' time, wouldn't let me forget the difference in the amount that we each got at graduation. See, James, see? I knew this. Yes, I had this much given to me, but I also had this much debt. Sibling had that much given to her and that much debt. She didn't get the second part of that at all? Oh, I finally had to say, this topic is closed for discussion because A, it can't be changed now 20 years later, and B, enough already. Life isn't fair. Life is not fair. And you will have different pluses in your column and different minuses. Shh, James. At one time in her life, she identified as a she. How about that? I can say that now, apparently. I don't know if it's true or not, but I can say it now. So, James, we're just not passing judgment on them unless they're gingers. Is this what I'm getting? Oh my. All right. Wow. There are a lot of issues with of course there are a lot of issues with family because that's like all we are. Okay. Am I the a-hole for insisting she ask me for cake? Is that a euphemism? Do we think this is a euphemism just from the title? My family is a blended family. I, 39 female, have 2 sons, 15 and 17. Oh, darling. 15, 17-year-old teenage boys in a blended family. I'm getting heartburn. So 15, 17 from previous marriage. My husband, 41 male, has a 15-year-old daughter from previous relationship. 3 teenagers. I'm so jealous. Not. My husband and I have been dating for 5 years until we got married last year, bought a house, and moved in together. When we first moved in, I didn't expect everything to be perfect, especially because this is a new experience for everyone. Good expectations. To give some background, my boys had a decent relationship with my husband before we moved in together. I've always told my boys it was okay if they didn't like my now husband, but at least be courteous. Okay. When there were times they didn't speak, I reminded them of the polite thing to do. Oh, okay. They got to the point where they could make some small talk and joke around with each other. Oh, dang, that sounds like there was tension. As for my relationship with his daughter, it was pretty much non-existent. Griff Guy, there are choices. There are a lot of choices. And I would say that Dublin and London are calling, man. I mean, we're gonna be here. Anyway, relationship with the daughter, pretty much non-existent. I would say hi, she would say hi, and that was the end of our interaction. Ouch. Yes, I could have said more and tried to connect with her, but I didn't want to overstep. She spends half of her time with her mom, and I don't know how to describe it, but I feel some resistance. Especially if you don't try at all. Dang. So fast forward to us living together. Husband and son's relationship is okay. My relationship with his daughter is still not okay. First off, his daughter doesn't speak to my sons or me. I can understand her not speaking to me. Maybe because she feels some type of way about me marrying her dad. Why not talk to the boys? Also, she walks around the house with a hoodie on, hood up, and earbuds in her ears. When she doesn't have the earbuds in, she's on FaceTime with her mom while in the bathroom, while eating dinner, and so on. So that leaves less room for anyone else to connect with her. FYI, there's nothing wrong with her FaceTiming her mom. Okay? If someone was trying to interact with her, she's making herself unapproachable. Also, it seems like she's going out of her way to be rude to me. One day I cooked dinner. Daughter knows I cooked dinner. Then daughter says, "Thank you, Dad." Another time my husband and I were both in the kitchen. Daughter comes in and says, "Dad, do you want to try these cookies I made?" like I wasn't standing there. Another time, Dad and daughter were coming home. I heard them coming, so I opened up the garage door and sat on the stairs to wait for them. Daughter comes in, walks up the stairs right past me. No hi or excuse me. All of this happened within the first 3 months of us living together. Dad says he addresses these issues privately with his daughter as he doesn't like to publicly shame. Dang. It, yeah. Oh my gosh. But you got to try. You got to find common ground. Dang. I do not like living like this. You think? Especially my own home. I brought up this issue over and over again with my husband in the first 3 months because everything's going to get settled in 3 months' time, obviously. He says he's dealing with it. I suggested we as a family have a sit down to talk things over. Husband is against it because he doesn't want it to be all about his daughter's bad behavior. Well, if you don't make it that, then it doesn't have to be. How about the family growing together into a loving, bonded unit, as opposed to that person is doing all the things wrong, because that's rarely what it is. I'm trying to open the lines of communication. This person has written a book. I want you to know this person has written a book. I'm trying to open the lines of communication between his daughter and myself. So on Wednesday, I decided to make a cake for dessert. I told my husband that his daughter had to ask me personally for a piece of cake if she wanted one. Wow. Because let's not set yourselves up for failure, shall we? Wow. Of course, I was going to say yes. Fabulous. Not trying to control that situation, is she? As I was in the kitchen putting the icing on the cake, I heard his daughter ask her dad for a piece of cake. He said yes as soon as it's done. I was literally in the kitchen putting icing on the cake. As soon as I heard that conversation, I called my husband in the kitchen and said, I thought we agreed she would ask me. Husband said I was making a big deal. He would never treat my boys that way. Mind you, my boys go out of their way to talk to him. They say good morning every day. They say thank you. They are polite and respectful. So am I the a-hole for insisting she asked me for the cake? FYI, her parents split when she was 2 years old. Not sure what that matters. To clarify, I met his daughter when she was 12. Her mom and dad had some kind of arrangement about her meeting me. My kid's father had every other weekend visits with my boys, so I had my boys pretty much full time. That limited the amount of contact I had with his daughter. But when I did see her, it wasn't bad. Her dad, of course, told her about us moving in together. She was excited. According to him, that was all she talked about. We've been living together since she was 14. My boys met him within a year. Edit, there are many times I've said hi, her name, and got no response back. If this is her way of setting boundaries, why is it then my job to overstep them? Her daughter does not speak to me at all. I see the interactions between her and her dad. To be honest, they aren't great. She has a bad attitude when talking to him. He'll ask, how was dinner? Her response, good. Because it's a teenager. Oh my gosh. Dad will call her name and is met with immediate hostility. I rarely hear her respond to her dad without some type of hostility. Oh, there's so much to unpack from that little tome, isn't there? Am I wrong that the wife is not doing the family any favors at all? And I say this as someone who's been married now for 28 years on my first marriage. So I lucked out first thing out. Didn't, and didn't have my kiddo until later, much later in life. So apparently my theory in life is to set folks up for success, not failure, and not try to control everything. I don't know. I'm just too exhausted all the time for, oh, this is interesting. Somebody said not the a-hole, but it might not be the most productive way of going about doing things. Teenagers have to get off of technology too. I am so mean. to my kid because we have to, like, we put down phones, we put them away, and we play family games that don't involve electricity at all, like Clue, Monopoly, card games. My kiddo will take you in poker if you don't have your wallet, like, away from the table. Yes, yeah, I mean, all teenagers are, like teenagers are moody. Teenagers are angry a lot of the time because that's what being a teenager is, but you also don't let them marinate in it. You gotta pull them out of it. You gotta help them see you're not gonna be marinating in the hormones forever. You're gonna make it through. There you go. There you go, Mav. I like that. Yeah. Shut down the Wi-Fi. Absolutely. Which is what my husband threatens to do to me, but it's fine. We're good. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Mav, are your kiddos are still young, right? Like, hey, touche. I'm glad you took the shower. You smell so much better now. You really do. You have a cough too? I have a cough. Everybody has a cough. What is up with the coughs? Mav has a cough. Of course, he also got T-boned. But, oh, that was that was in the stream that got shut down from Law and Crime. I've already been shut down. I've had my stream yanked. So they're adorable at this age, Mav. They're adorable, and you get to enjoy them. And then they hit puberty. And for the next however many years, it's I know I love you. I know I love you. It's just hard to convince me of that right now, but I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And yeah. I'm so not streaming Mandalorian. I'm not streaming Mandalorian. So your son knew your tells, huh, Touche? Because I know my daughter's, which is bad because now she's starting to figure it out. Like, she's figuring out what her tells are. So now I'm not sure what her tells are. She's like changing them. That is dangerous for a mother. I have to know when she's trying to pull a fast one on me. Not that it ever happens. We got a wonderful range. We got a nice range. From 5 months and 3 years to over 30. Gotta love it. Yeah, I had one student who I could tell something was off with her this week. And dang if, like, I pulled her aside at one point, like, what's going on? I literally said, "Have I offended you?" And she said, "Yes, you have offended me greatly," which was adorable coming from a 6th grader. But, she tried so hard to steer things the way that she wanted to have them steer. She thought she was in control, and no, just no. I am too old for that kind of crap. I will try to set you up for success, but you taking over the steering wheel is not that. See, I wish I had it, like, just goop in my system that I just needed to clear out. I got nothing. I just got a cough. I got nothing that actually comes out, but, as we're talking about muck. Alright, well, what else do you guys wanna do? 'Cause, do you think it's because I was playing too long of a clip? You think? Oh my gosh. Yeah, 'cause smoking never leaves any signs at all. Smoking just you brush your teeth, you spritz a little perfume on and you're good, right? Trying to figure out how my daughter's brain works sometimes is kind of funny. Because she's good about tying some things together, but not good at seeing around the corner yet. Like being able to see if you continue in this path, what's gonna happen. That's the part that her frontal cortex still hasn't quite figured that out yet. Youch. Yeah, I don't. Ouch. Because I don't do ghost peppers. I don't think I could smell one would not be the same. Wow. I'm telling you, man. Wow. And see, this is siblings. This is sisterly love. This absolutely says that. It goes from like laying down all the pathways to pruning them. Absolutely. Is that? And this is why like I have so much fun trying to learn new things now with the technology, because yeah, my brain keeps pruning itself down to nothing. All right. So, do we want what's a what's something that won't get the stream suspended? Because I think I know how to do, I kind of sort of know how to do it now. However, I kind of sort of don't want to be knocked off again. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, I'm seeing some scary faces on YouTube, but that I'm not even showing you, huh? Yeah. Yeah, touche. I just load of blue bacon one. Well, let's see. That seems to be what Welsh is doing a bunch of too, which is kind of funny. All right, what are we thinking? What's the I haven't had time to work on anything crafty recently. Do we want like a Jeremy DeWitt? Are we going to go that far back, or are we going to we can do some little shorts maybe? You want to do a short? Wait a minute. Scrapbooking is now like it's all electronic. I'm not even sure. Do it like. All right, now let me see if I can. I did this once. I did. Nope. Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. There it is. Boom. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay.
Hi, folks. In recognition of Monday's kind of intense video, I figured today we'd keep it a little lighter, a little sassier. I figured today we go to the No Stupid Questions subreddit and just go nuts.
No stupid questions.
Yes.
Dude.
Yes, I think that's what we'll do. Embarrassed to bring my gaming laptop to university. Should I sell it and buy something else? No. Nobody's gonna care. And if they do, you shouldn't care. Unless it sounds like a jet engine when it starts up and or is running. In that case, yes, get something else. A girl I'm dating invited me to her place. Should I buy condoms? Yes, but you should not expect to have sex. If it
Oh my gosh. Ooh, I got pause face. Valid. It's valid. The comments the advice is valid.
happens, great. You'll be prepared. If it doesn't, great. You are prepared, but do not use this as an excuse to pressure anybody into anything. If Octagon has 8 sides and Octopus has 8 legs, why is October the 10th month? Because Julius Caesar decided that there were not enough months, and so he decided to put a couple in there. Thanks, Julius Caesar. And people wonder why he was stabbed.
I think I'm gonna have to check out this subreddit. Cause wow.
Also, why he has a salad named after him. That one I don't know. Maybe I should do my own Reddit post. I did some Googling. It's not named after Julius Caesar. So we learned something today. Could anyone stop me from colonizing Mars? Yes, I did click this one. No, I haven't actually read it because I realized that would be stupid. I have to answer first, then I'll read. To answer the question, though, yes, someone could stop you. They could get a lasso you up, and tie it to a fence post. Are we going to get to Mars then? I'm actually going to read this one because I'm curious. Yeah, their answers aren't nearly as fun, but they are more informative. Why were so many cartoon characters falling into quicksand? Yes, I clicked it again. I did the same thing a second time in a row.
See, this is what I miss. I miss just like squirrel. All right. There aren't like I guess they don't fall into quicksand much anymore, do they? That's like not a thing. I mean, my guess is it was easy to draw and because didn't require a whole lot of expertise there. I'm guessing it was cheap and it was a trope. That's my guess. Did I pop those peas? Sorry about that.
I have not read it yet. Here's my answer. Because then you don't have to draw the legs. That feels like a good answer. I'm not even going to read it. That feels like a good answer. That's a great answer. Is a 15 and 17-year-old relationship legal? Probably, but that's going to vary state by state. I can't think of a reason why it wouldn't be if it was just based on age. Probably. Why is it called interfering with nature when humans get involved in other animals' affairs? Well, because it's nature and you are interfering with it. Now, this person does bring up a good point that says humans are part of nature too. Yes, and by that logic, we could say that any interaction by nature with nature is interfering with nature. All right.
Did you guys see the oh my gosh, yes, the Scooby-Doo doors. Oh my gosh. Thousands of doors that were exactly the same. Did you guys see what the rest of that was like if I stop a cat from eating a bird? Yeah, cats are some of the biggest eaters of songbirds, which is not good. That's not a good thing because they're now in decline. But we're kind of the ones who domesticated the cat, so I guess it's how long of a view are we taking on this? Oh, we can get deep on that one.
Should I feel ashamed for living with my parents at 25? Look, times are tough. If you can build yourself a nice, solid foundation from the comfort and safety of living with your parents, I say go for it. Now, it might limit you as far as potential dating and maybe friends, but if you can handle it, handle it. It's actually not a terrible idea if your parents are cool with it and if you're using it to better yourself and really provide a strong foundation for your future.
Songbirds are in decline, James, not cats. Songbirds. Yeah, they really are. Oh, see? Now it's like serious face now. He is trying to drop some knowledge on us here. He's being serious.
Water boiled twice is poisonous? No. Is it acceptable to round to a 4.0 from a 3.96 plus GPA on resumes? Don't lie on a resume. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, 3.96 plus. Oh, I don't know. That's not a 4. But if they find out that you did in fact lie in your resume, that's gonna be a pretty big problem potentially. Really?
Oh my gosh, Touche, yes. Why, yes, you are correct, Touche. Coded is older than that. And I have to say, what I would think would be appropriate. Oh, I got pause face again. Is if he were helping his mother out. Like, my mother-in-law moved in with us for a while, and there were certain functions that we did to make sure she stayed happy and healthy. From that one time of her, like, I'm coming in here to vacuum or whatever it was, that Merb just likes to keep playing that clip again and again just to stick it to him. That didn't sound like any interaction I had with my mother-in-law. Not at all. Certainly not any interaction my husband had with his mother. That sounded very parental still, as opposed to adults helping each other out kind of a thing. Yeah.
What you got to do is it potentially going to help you or is it potentially going to hurt you? And how do those balance out? Also, don't lie. Why is it in movies or two shows, I assume they mean TV shows, a character would get mad at a person for dating his or her ex? Okay. Let's say person A is dating person B and they split up and it's really messy. And then person B starts dating person C, who is the best friend of person A. So person A doesn't want to see person B doesn't want to see person A, but person A wants to see person C, but person B maybe doesn't want person C seeing person A. I'm already confused.
I'm confused too. Sorry, what? What?
Look, if it limits the time that you have with your best friend because maybe the breakup was messy, obviously you can be upset by that. But not all relationships are like that. So it really, sometimes a relationship is going to end in a way that makes it difficult for you to interact with that person again. And so I think that's sort of what's being drawn upon emotionally. The tag on my mattress says to turn and rotate regularly. Does this mean flip it over? No, it's actually referring to you. You need to turn and rotate regularly. It's only healthy.
Do they even say that anymore? I don't even think they do. Do they? Not even sure they do.
Why do people sometimes block you on Twitter immediately after replying to you before you even had a chance to read what they said? Because they don't want to hear what you have to say. Sometimes because they can't control themselves and have to have the last word. Sometimes it's because they want to pretend that they won.
Okay. This has been bugging me now for a little bit, and I was trying to see, is that just like an effect of the green screen? I don't think it is. I think Blue has something on his hair, and it's now I want to pluck it off. I don't know why, but it's just I want to pluck it off.
Could be a lot of things. Sometimes it makes sense. A lot of the times it doesn't. Can a guy in an abusive relationship go to like a women's shelter?
Yeah. Oh, dang. How old is this one? Because I think this is before Johnny Depp. So yeah, we need more shelters
that's
for that.
A problem. There aren't many shelters that will take men, and there are not many shelters that are dedicated to men in general. It's a very real problem. Generally, no. If you call ahead, maybe they will be able to direct you to a place. Maybe they will say, yes, we do in fact have those resources. But yeah, generally, no. It is an issue. But do reach out. Do reach out to those shelters and say, hey, what can I do? Some of them do have resources, and some of them will be able to direct you to a resource. Can making, let's say, double the average salary wherever you live make you a happier person?
Oh my. Oh my. Oh, so after Dr. Phil, good point, touche. But I think this one's before before Depp, because Depp is only like a year and a half old now. That's a good question, James. I don't even know. I think there's still a lot of questions like this that we're still trying to figure out. I don't even know. If anybody has any wisdom on that one, let me know. But I don't even know. Bye, Griff Kai.
That depends on what's making you unhappy. CGI is getting better, and I understand that, but what is
Oh.
actually changing with the tech that allows a better product?
Wait a minute. This is from 1 year ago. So that means it was maybe like right after Depp v. Heard trial. Interesting.
Speed. The faster you can make an effect, the cheaper that effect usually is. So if you can make those effects quickly, you can make them cheaply, you can make them potentially better. If a homeless person goes to jail, would that be an upgrade? Somewhere to sleep and food. Depends on the homeless person, depends on the jail. Additionally, if that homeless person is addicted to some sort of substance, they're not going to get that substance in jail, so they're not going to want to go there. Is there an actual chance a civil war will erupt soon in the United States? I wanted this light sassy. Listen, probably not. The Civil War originally, that was a bunch of states coming together to fight the federal government. A bunch of angry people with guns is not the same as a bunch of states coming together. So we may have some uprisings and some shenanigans and some people shot. And I say that like it's a fun thing. It's not. But a civil war, at this point in time, unlikely. Once we start seeing governors start being like, we're going to, I don't know, federal government, maybe we want to not have you in power, rewrite the Constitution entirely, or completely secede from the United States. Now we might start being concerned. But at the moment, there's reason to be concerned, but not really on a civil war scale. Do animals ever plot to murder?
Oh, do animals ever plot to murder? Have we seen all the books about knowing if your cat is planning to kill you? All right. So we may have gotten those for my husband because you know how just like some people just like don't gel with cats? He gels with dogs just fine. Ferrets, even. We've had guinea pigs. We've had lots of bunnies. We've had a menagerie. But cats, it's like they know they got the memo somehow. He's not mean to them. He never does anything against cats, but the cats just despise him. And I am fairly certain that our cat is plotting to kill him. I'm fairly certain. And more than likely, she will outlive him out of sheer spite. Out of absolutely sheer spite. Yeah. But yeah, touche. And it's just, yeah.
Well, according to the other person's post, humans are animals. So, yes, there have been some weird stories about elephants that would indicate premeditation, but I can't confirm them. How can I find the motivation to write stuff down without being unsatisfied with everything? I would try putting it out into the world. If you think your stuff is no good,
fan
it's
fiction.
no good. But maybe you're just hypercritical because it's you. I have a friend who started writing film scripts. And he's like, I don't know if I'm any good. And then he started submitting them to be reviewed by professionals. And they're like, wow, okay. You just started? Okay. All right, this is great. And now he's like, oh, I'm doing things. He's super motivated. So sometimes you just need to put it out there, see what happens. And maybe if you realize that what you're putting out is actually pretty good, you'll be motivated because you won't think that what you're putting out is no good. Or maybe your stuff's no good. I don't know. I'm so sorry. And I think I'm going to end it there. Folks, I thought it'd be a little more sassy, but I still had fun. So if you want more of this, let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. And until the next time, be good, stay safe.
There you go. There you go. All right. So we got a little blue. And it has now been almost an hour. Well, more than an hour if you count the stream that got booted. Rite of passage. What can I say? Rite of passage. So, Touche, do we think that Glenn Serio is involved in drugs at all? Could that be... I don't know. Could that be why? I think when I think of Glen Serio, I think of more a mental disease, not drugs. But then we know that a lot of self-medication happens with the mentally ill. So I don't know. Interesting. All right. So here's my hope, folks. Here's my hope. Someone has a package in the mail that should arrive on Wednesday, which means once we find a time between, we'll say Thursday and Sunday, I'm hoping to have a taste testing of more MREs with someone who apparently is not quite so much of a snowflake as I am. So that and it should hopefully feed some desires of seeing friendly faces and all that sort of stuff. If you guys want to join in, oh my gosh, yes, please. The MREs that I got were literally at a Army surplus store, but they're camping. I mean, they're not military grade. A jalapeno beef patty, a chicken burrito bowl. What was the other one? Hold on one sec. Oh, I don't know. No. I'm not that serious, Touche. There is no freaking way I'm gonna be that serious about this. I am a placeholder until Blue stops playing like such quite the adult and gets back here. Beef stew, chicken burrito bowl, and grilled jalapeno pepper jack flavored beef patty. So if you go to any like camping store or Army surplus store and find it's like blue, red, and beige are the colors of the package. Military style ready to eat. Meal ready to eat. So if you want to join in, I can bring up other panelists now. At least I think I can. I'll be boomering my way through it. So yes, James, I'm your placeholder and this is all your fault. And yeah. But yeah, I don't envision this going like me hosting myself, talking into a microphone, plugging buttons that I have no clue what they're really doing. I don't see that really happening for long, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy to like get up on Witch of Hearts stream and, be snarky because sarcasm is my love language. So there you go. But yeah, try to get some so that we can all be on panel together, giving our takes on the wonderful taste. I can't wait for the anything au gratin again. Anything with cheese is just going to be a delight. I'm not sure which wants to do it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll continue to do my little finding her some fun Walter Cronkite. What do you say? He was a journalist. No. James, you just get me in trouble. But anyway, and you also get me off topic. See, you like squirrel. So we should, but seriously, see if you can find one of those MRE kind of thingies, and we can all be on panel together, seeing what we can choke down and what we can't. I'm getting heartburn just thinking of it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm a tender lily of the valley. This is what I have decided. And just all I need is just a spritz of water to keep me going. Certainly not a trampling. I think I got trampled that last time. And yet I'm up for it again because apparently I'm a masochist. There you go. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for, James. James. No, James. Tammy, do you see any eyelashes on these eyes? Do you see any eyelashes on? Do you see mascara pouring down my face? My goodness. No, James. No. All right. I'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Bye.